Hello, my crafty friends. How are we all doing today? Tiffany's here. Hello from Ohio, she says. Hello back to you. I hope you have all had a wonderful, wonderful week, and I am here to get crafty. I actually had the best time. I had double crafting this week because on Tuesday night I was crafting with Debbie. Big shout out to everyone who watched me on Tuesday night when I was getting crafty with her. And we've got Louise here saying, hi Lesley, hello. What's been happening this week? Let me know in the comments what you guys have been up to this week. We have had chaos in our house because we are finally renovating our upstairs. It was an attic and we're turning it into an upstairs for our house. And the great news is that I get big craft room. So at the moment I'm planning my crafty layout. I'm trying to figure out where my desk is going to go. I'm trying to figure out like a worktop and everything like that. We've had plumbers here and electricians here and people for solar panels and joiners and all sorts of people coming and going. And today we got some Velux windows, the ones on our roofs, and that's very exciting because it really makes a big visual difference to the outside of the house. So that's really, really cool. Amanda's here too. Happy Friday. Hey, I just saw an email come through from you. We'll sort that out next week on Monday for you. And what else is happening? Oh, we have had a big delivery of goodies at Heffy HQ. So more on that in the oncoming little while. Some exciting things happening. We're gearing up for a bit of a mini release, like an essentials release. So watch this space. And also I've sent over some designs to the design team for some Halloween products. So exciting. We are so excited. Tonight I'm going to be working on a tag. Let's flip this show around and see if we can play. I feel like I'm a bit overexposed here at the moment, but hopefully you won't mind too much. I am going to be playing with the tag along dies tonight, and I'm going to create a little shaker tag, I think, for tonight. And I'll tell you guys, you guys always get the inside scoop why I'm doing this, and it's because we will shortly be releasing some embellishments, and I've spoken about this before to you guys, and we're going to be calling them sparkle mixes. So I've actually got one right here. Anyone seen it peeking off camera? I'll give you a little peek. This is a first look at the Heffy Doodle Pink Fizz Sparkle Mix. So there is a selection of sequins in here, but there's also flat back gems, and it really, really makes it sparkle. I mean, the cameras don't really do it justice. It's so beautiful and so sparkly. And I am wanting to use these on a project, make a shaker project with them, and then I'm going to be taking a photo of it for work. So there we go. You should call them Morgan's Joy. Absolutely. They're kind of, all the sequins are Morgan's baby. So yeah, she loves sparkles. When I told her she could order sequins, and she really wants glitter, and I said, well, let's start with sequins and we'll deal with that afterwards. All right, so in this tag along set, you get these two bigger dies. One is a base unit, and then one is the frame around the top. So let's start off with that, and we'll die cut. Die cut this with some white cardstock, I think, for tonight. I'm going to go through my stash and see if I can find any scraps. Don't know about you, but I feel like I've been pretty bad at using scraps lately. I feel like I need to work harder at that. Try to get through them. Especially before I go upstairs to my new craft room. Gotta make it all pretty. Louise is saying, ooh, pink. Yes, pinks and golds and all sorts of beautiful shiny things. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, here is my frame. And then I need a base as well. So tell me, what have all you guys been up to this week? Anything exciting? Any good news to share? Maybe you've been crafting. Maybe you've got plans for the weekend. What plans? What do we do? So I picked out some tiles for our bathroom. And I have also on the list, I need to go and find some, I need to go and look at carpets. Carpets is the next thing on my list. So let's get some acetate for this. So that I can turn this into a shaker. Amanda says, that's one thing I'm pretty good at. I keep color-coded magazine holders for my scraps, and I always pull from there first. That's good. That is really good. I only have, for my like job pockets that I have for each of the colored cardstocks, if it's a big piece of scrap, I'll just put it in there with the color. But if it's a smaller scrap, I just put it in the pocket with all the scraps in it. But I think there's quite a few scraps in it now, so I need to go through it. Right, I'm using an extra thick acetate, so I probably could have just run this twice through the die cutting machine. That probably would have done it. Or even use the shim that you get with the Heffy Doodle die cutting machine. But to be fair, you just kind of have to ease the blade around the outside and then it pops out without too much bother. All right, so this is going to be on the top side. And I'm going to have my beautiful acetate underneath. Snip off that bit on the top. And then on the inside, I'm going to have this pink Fizz shaker color. So I won't put it together just yet because I'm trying to figure out what colors I want to add to this here. So I was thinking we'll have lots of shakers on the inside, but I was thinking I might put a word die on the outside, maybe this friend die, which I thought might work. So now I'm trying to think of whether I want to add a little bit of ink on the inside. I'm thinking I might do a little bit of a pink color, sort of this muted pink. Let's see what I can come up with. Maybe a kitsch flamingo. Can't quite tell if it's kitsch flamingo or if it would be maybe more like Victorian velvet. So let's do some tests. Check it out. Let's give it a go. If you're not going to use your scraps for actual crafting, you might as well use them for testing. Okay, so Kitsch Flamingo is this one. Ooh, that's very bright for this. I'm thinking it's not quite the right color that I want. Let's try this one, Victorian Velvet. I feel like it's going to be in between the two, annoyingly. Or Sponge Sugar, good old faithful. Maybe I'll need to layer them up. Let's see. Sponge Sugar looks pretty good. Let's give it a go. I'll just add it to the bottom section. Of both the tag and the frame. Suzanne's here. Hey Suzanne, how you doing? So pretty. We're also gearing up. We're getting an extra dog on Sunday, just on loan. We are going to be dog sitting Sammy. So he will be with us for a week while his owners are off to not Paris, but France somewhere. It's looking great. I'm going to go over it a tiny bit with the Victorian Velvet. There we go. That'll work. Victorian Velvet's one of those colors that I always forget about. I mean, there's plenty of colors in here that don't even really get used at all. Weatherwood, pumice stone, hardly used at all. And some of the greens, like crushed olive and things like that. Need to make a more conscious decision to use them in the future. Okay. So what is everybody up to this weekend? Like I said, I think we're going to be looking at carpets, if we can get out of the house to do that. I need a thin piece of tape I can find. When I go upstairs, I'll have to really sort through all my stash of adhesive. If you're like me, you've probably got a little stash of things flying around the craft room too. All right, let's stick this on. So someone told me if you actually peel back the release paper as you go, you'll be able to turn the tape without having to cut it. And it does work a treat, but it's a little fiddly. You just have to take your time. One little bit at a time. Nearly there. I made it. There we go. We've got Danny's here. Hey, Danny. Danny says, what are you doing? Danny, I'm making a little shaker tag. I've got a frame here. And then I have a base panel as well. And I've just put some tape painstakingly around the edges of this frame. So I'm going to stick my acetate right on top here and give that a good smoosh down. And then I want to cut this one out of some foam tape, foam sheets. So let me see what I can find over here. Hopefully I have some in my stash. I can find enough. All right, let's see. So I have a foam sheet here, and I'm going to roughly cut around where my frame will be. Hey, Jazz! Jazz says, hey, just popping in for a little while. Hey! I'm making a tag. Jazz, tell everybody about the hop that you're organizing while I'm here. I can't remember when you texted me, but I remember that I was like totally, oh, maybe it was whenever was it when I was doing my live stream or something, or maybe I was testing the live stream. You messaged me about the hop and I was like, oh, kind of live at the moment, doing a thing. I think Morgan sorted you out. All right. I'm going to put that through again, actually. I might actually put it through the I think it's a little bit too wide to go in my machine. That worked out better. All right, so this inside piece, I'm going to not throw that away. Obviously, that's be real estate there for foam. Jazz is saying, I'm organizing the second Heffy Doodle Instagram fan hop. It'll be on the 6th of August, Jasmine's birthday. I'm taking sign-ups to the 20th of July. I put on the forum. Cool. Awesome. So if you want to be part of the hop, go on over and let Jasmine know. There must be a form. I'm sure you'll to find details. Where do they go to find details, Jasmine? Is it Heffy Doodlers? Let us know in the comments. There we go. If anyone wants to take part in the forum is in the Heffy Doodles Facebook group, or drop me a message and I'll send you a link. That's Jasmine Oliver. Thanks, Jazz. I appreciate the work that you're putting in there. Okay, so now I have a lovely frame on there as well. So good. And I'm going to pop out that circle at the top. Like so. All right. So I'm just going to put this on the back here like this. Obviously, you could add embellishments, stamps, whatever you stamped elements in there, whatever you so wish in the inside. Before I put it together though, just noticed I've got a big fingerprint in the middle. Let's clean that up. Everyone is welcome, all levels of crafters. Amazing. Thanks, Jazz. Alrighty. So I'm going to turn this round. That's when you missed at the start. This is another sneaky peeky of one of our sparkle mixes, which is coming soon. And this is called Pink Fizz. I'll show you guys up close here. Oh, come on. There it is. I don't think the camera does it justice, but it's called Pink Fizz. It has these gorgeous pinks, muted pinks and golds in it. And our sparkle mixes are called sparkle mixes because not only do they have sequins, but they also have gems in it as well. They're really beautiful, and you're getting a sneaky peeky tonight. I did use Cobsey in our previous project. You may have seen that. And tonight we've got Pink Fizz. So pretty. Okay, let's go. Jasmine said, oh, I love a sneak peek. Yes, and Ashley is saying exactly the same. Everybody loves a sneaky peek. And there's always one sequin that jumps up onto the adhesive, isn't there? Get back in there, you naughty boy. Oh, apparently there's two tonight. Oh, every time I touch it, they jump. You don't want any sequins on the foam because I want my foam to stick lovely. Come on. There we go. There we go. Happy, happy. Nice. Let's do a flipsy. Give it a smoosh down. Like so. It's just so pretty, isn't it? I love it. All right, so my idea was to put the word, a word die on the front here. I have the word friend, although I did also pull out some other of my word dies here to see what else I could have on there. So I've got crafty, sparkle and shine, give winter. Hey, what's that? Sending. So good words to mix and match. Hugs would work as well. I like the word friend. I think I'll go for friend tonight. And what I wanted to do was actually cut it out of this inside panel here and then use it to because it's adhesive, because it's a foam, a double-sided adhesive foam sheet. My thought was that either I might glitter it or use some foil. Let's see. Let me see if I can find some foil to hand. Okay, so I have a couple of foils here. I have a real yellow gold, although I think the gold in here is more of a champagne gold. Oh, that's silver. What else do we have in here? Silver, more of an iridescent color, this one. I do have a pink, like a rose gold pink. Or a matte gold. And then I have a holographic gold as well, but that's not quite the right tone, I don't think. Unless we added a different color with the blue. Oh, I quite like that blue actually. Quite fun on it. So maybe a blue, maybe a pink. Both of those are deco foil. Let's see. Jasmine says, oh, I have a card in the running for card of the month over at Creative Scrapbooker. If anyone can vote for me, please. I will cheekily share it to Heffy Doodles later as it uses quite a few Heffy Doodle dies. Yes, absolutely do. We would love to see it. And vote. That would be amazing. Okay, let's very carefully die cut out the word friend. Give it a little wiggle through this foam tape here. And I'm trying not, foam has a tendency to kind of pull a little bit and get, sorry, a little bit deformed when you're pulling it. So I just always be really careful. Pull out these inside bits as well. And the inside sections of friend. Okay. Let's see if we can make this work. I'm going to add a little bit of tape to the bottom of this. It probably won't stick because the release paper is quite, well, it's good at being a release paper, I guess. But even if it sticks temporarily, I think that'll help me a little bit. Right, I'm going to very carefully remove. Actually, before I do that, let's get my foil ready. It's been ages since I've used foil. So pretty. Okay. I always feel like I have to handle it like it's the puppy. You don't want to make any little creases in it or anything. It's very gentle. And there we go. Now for the bit where we take off the release paper here. Tweezers. So it was Piper's last day at school today. I thought she'd be all excited, but actually she realized only kind of this morning that one of the guys that's on her bus, is in P7, and so he will be going to a secondary school, and it's not the same secondary school that she's going to be going to. So she was a bit like, oh, hadn't really realized that. She's getting to the stage now where, you know, I think it is, you know, you become more aware of the fact that people go to different places and end up in different places. So in one way it was exciting, the fact that it was the start of the summer, but I think mostly she was a little sad. She had some pals in P7 that'll not be in school next year. Poor thing. Come on. I hope after all the challenges of pulling off this release paper that it's going to turn out amazing. I'm just trying very carefully not to damage the actual stickiness underneath. Come on. I think I made it. Maybe one wee piece of release paper there. Aha! All right, so I think I've managed to get everything off there. So let's very carefully pop this right on top. Give it a little rub. And then I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine one more time. And that pressure should hopefully help the foil stick to the foam, adhesive foam. I'm assuming this foil from Decofoil will work like that. And it doesn't need heat, but I don't know actually. I've not read the instructions. Oh, maybe this is the one that needs heat. I think it will be. Have a look. Does anybody know if the Decofoil needs heat? As a toner reactive foil. So I'm gonna guess that it does. My other foil that I have, let's test drive the other foil in the gold, shall we? Huh. All right, let's test drive a little bit of this gold foil. I'm pretty certain this one just sticks to the adhesive stuff. Yeah, so that's what I was looking for. That shiny goldness. But it looks like I'm going to have to die cut my word friend all over again. Hey ho. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Let me cut a piece of this to length before I roll it up again. So now I know those ones need the heat. So I think you can use the Decofoil ones with like a laminator. That'll work. Or the, I think the what is it called? Is it Thermal Web? I don't think it's Thermal Web. What is it called? The Deco Dual Transfer Gel. I've used it with that before as well. Okay, let's give this a go again. Take a two. Jasmine says, oh, did I see you got the die cutting machines this week? And does that mean the plates are back in stock? I can use a new one, I think. I've definitely used mine a lot. Did you see a little peeky of a delivery that we got, Jasmine? Have you? We have got a big delivery this week. It's just yesterday. And the short answer is watch this space. Okay, so this time, just to make life hopefully a little bit easier on myself, I've stuck this down to a piece of card underneath, which I'm hoping means that it will try and run away less. But who knows? For all I know, it could still try and run away. Let's ease out the word friend here. Come on. There we go. Well, at least it's not so sticky now. I feel like I can manhandle it a bit better. Let's take out these inside pieces. Jasmine, what are you working on at the moment? Have you got anything in progress on your craft desk? We'd love to know. Jasmine says, too many things in progress. Okay. Let's try this again. Release paper removal. Come on. All right, we did it, but there is a little bit of foam stuck in between the E. I'm going to try and do a little bit of surgery here. Come on. I got him. Huzzah! All right. So let's now gently pop this down on my foil. Like so, and we'll run this through the machine. And fingers crossed. All my design teams have monthly releases, so Craft and Kimmy and Scrappy Boy stamps. Wow. Okay. Let's run back and forth. I'd go get a shim, but I'm lazy, so I'll just use this card. Okay, let's give this an extra little rub. That's going to work for me this time. And should we see? It's going to work. Part of me is scared. Oh yeah. Get up close and personal of this. I don't feel like I can do it up here close to the camera and still look like I know what I'm doing because it's above my head. All right, I'm gonna take it down here, but it's looking really cool. If it doesn't want to come apart, just give it an extra little massage, and that seems to do the trick. Friend, there we go. Can you see it? So shiny. It's so beautiful. Really pretty. It'll look beautiful on a card as well. It's just really, really shiny. I love it. It's going to look nice on here. Louise says, looks great, but way too fiddly with me. I don't have that much patience. I think probably my problem was that I chose one of the finest dies that I even have in my collection. So, definitely worth it, but note to self, go chunky next time. Go chunky or go home, I think is what we're learning here. All right, put this away. Pop these over here, and we'll make something else for tonight. All right, so one of the things that I was thinking of doing is a card for, there was a nurse that Craig saw for whenever he was having problems with his gallbladder removal wounds, and I was going to make a thank you card for the nurse. That was one of the ideas that I had. And apart from that, was there anything else that was in my mind to make a card for? I'm not sure. Let me put away my foil while I have a little. So maybe let's see if I can make a card for the nurse. Now I'm trying to think if I have any sort of animals or critters that would be wearing something that I could turn into like a nurse's outfit. The only thing I can maybe think of is the Unbearable Without You with a little bear. Do any of you guys have any ideas? Critters I could turn into like a nurse's outfit. I was thinking something like this. Could maybe put like a little shirt thing on him, maybe. Do you think we could make that work? Let's stamp him first of all very lightly. And see if see what happens. We can maybe just use it on some scratch paper. See if we can make it work. Okay, so I have not stamped it perfectly, as you can see. I just want it to be rough. And seriously, I cannot find a pencil. Let's use a pen. So what does a nurse what's it called? Scrub, I guess. Got a little collar on it. Yeah, so some nurses have a collar that come down like this. And then they have a white stripe on a blue scrub. It comes down sort of to here. And then we'll have to give her little scrubs underneath. All right, so I think we could make it work, but I'm thinking what I might do is stamp it and then do no line coloring maybe, or stamp it and mask off the whole middle section of Per Mr. Bear. Any thoughts or ideas to share with us, you guys? Let's maybe see if I can stamp it and mask it off. Might not work, but hey, we'll give it a go. I used some alcohol marker friendly cardstock here. Louise says, I'd like, to see the no line coloring, only because I don't know how to do that. Okay, well, let's do that then. So I'm going to put it right in the middle. And we're going to stamp it with a light colored ink. Now, I think I have somewhere an ink on 3 ink pad. Pretty much designed for no line coloring. I think. Okay, so this one here, is called Fade Out No Line Coloring Detail Ink. Now, you don't have to use this ink. In fact, I don't even know if I've really used it before. But you can just use a light color. Like if you have like a light tan or a creamy color, that'll work quite well. So this has stamped, or a light gray, that also works. So this is stamped a little bear, if you can see him. He's definitely there, but he is quite a light sort of gray color. And for our no line coloring, you can use whatever you want really, but I'm going to use copic markers, I think. And I'm going to do the shirt first of all. So I'll grab some copic blues and then I will add the white detail on with a white gel pen, I think. And the idea is, and please know I am not an expert, essentially where the lines are on the shirt is going to be your darkest color. All right. So we're going to draw on this little shirt. Using my blues. And this is the darkest blue that we have here. Then I'm going to take my lightest blue and I'm going to kind of pull in the color from the outside edge. Do you know who's really good at no line coloring? Is Tally in our design team. She is incredible. I'm gonna go and get a color that's in between these two if I can find one. And then come back in with the next color and pull from that darkest color into the lightest color. And then you can always blend into the lightest one. So you keep going. Blending out these darker colors of the edges in towards this inside line until you've reached that darker color, and then you can kind of come in and feather it a bit more to create some shadows. I feel like it's definitely a test of patience. Hey Marcy, how you doing? Going back and forth between your colors until you get a nice blend. Let me show you what I've got so far. On the left hand side, we have this darker edge color. So it's almost like the darker edge is kind of like an outline, but when you're finished, it's not a harsh line that's different from the rest. It's actually more of a gradual transition of color. You definitely end up with a very saturated piece of paper. In fact, you might want to put another piece of card behind it just to help wick up some of that excess moisture. And it'll always help to have a really good high quality alcohol marker friendly cardstock, a bit like the Heffy Doodle one that we have here. I've also been told it helps to do small areas at a time. Because actually it's that that sort of wetness, for want of a better word, that helps get a nice blend. Louise says, I just got some new copic markers, so I think I'll give it a go. Yay! It's definitely fun, but it takes much longer than my normal colouring. But it's very, very fun. And what you can do is come in with like a little grey, like a dark grey, almost black colour. So like underneath his foot here, a wee bit of the grey, and then blend it out quickly with a blue, and that helps create like a shadow. Not really help. All right, so let's do his paws and his feet. Marcy said, I've literally just received my first set of copics this afternoon. A late birthday gift. Yay! Happy birthday! Happy copic day! That's very exciting. I think you're gonna love it. Okay, so he's got little toesies. And we'll give a little pause up top here as well. Yay, so excited, says Marcy. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I think it might need to go darker for this boy. Ooh, so I wanted to, what does a nurse's hat look like? Should we just give him a little, I need to look it up. I suppose by right, nurses don't really wear hats anymore. But they do wear masks. What's this? I'm gonna not give it a mask, a hat even, because I think I want to. Yeah, they used to wear those white ones, but pictures are all looking a bit weird, so I'm just going to color him in. Without a hat. We'll blendy, blendy, blendy. And trick is to keep going over your colors to get that nice blend. I think that's good. I'm going to get a little bit darker for the ear. So that it looks like it's actually got a little bit of shadow and shading on it. And we'll add a little pink bit in said ear. For the nose too. And I think what we'll do is we'll give 2 little rosy cheeks. And for the outside of the nose, I never really had much success with the pink, so I'm going to use a dark, well, this is peach actually, that will do. So here we have a little nursey bear. I think the hardest bit about no line colouring is the fact that then if you want to add in little features, it's the hardest bit. And I recommend for that using some colored pencils. Hey, Ian's here. Hey, and Ness is here too. Hey, how you doing? We're all good. We're all good. Okay, so we're going to cut out my little bear. And the great news is, of course, you can use the die as normal. Oh no, I can't because I drew on a shirt, didn't I? So quite possibly that would work. Let's test drive it. Because he's not, I drew it on the shirt, but it's not as bulky. But I think it would probably be better if I just cut it. We can test it by die cutting another one and then line it over the top. So yeah, it'll come in roundabout and not really make it as it'll look. I think it'll look a bit silly. It would ruin my hard work. So let's not do that. Nessa says, "How's Craig and Piper?" They're okay. Piper has had her last day of school today. So she's now finished for the summer. And Craig's doing good too, but he hurt his hand playing football last week. And they think he may have broken it. So he needs to wait until next Wednesday. And then they will consider doing another x-ray and decide then if he needs a cast. So this week has been a series of, oh, I think it's broken. I don't actually think it's broken. I feel like it's getting better. Well, I feel like it's really sore. I think it's broken. But if he could just actually let it rest, that would be the most helpful. But I think also the most tricky for him to do. So the lady, the nurse, I believe, was called Karen. So we could include her name, maybe. Or thank you. We could have maybe a rainbow. Marcy says hopefully it's not broken. I too am hoping it's not broken because when I'm off on holiday, Craig has to drive Piper to her summer camp. And if he's not here to do that, then if he's not able to do that, then we're a bit stuck. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll have to see. Why you know want to work? Try a different one. Oh, that's the one that works. Okay, let's see. A little line there. And there. And the edge of this one. And maybe we'll give her some buttons on her scrubs as well. Kind of looks like pajamas more than scrubs, but I think we can make it work. I think she looks really cute. Oh, oh. Ian says, I'm sure she could just drive herself, right? I mean, she'd probably give it a go. It's scary. She's 11, and every so often she'll say things like, oh, only so many years, and then I can do this and I can do that. Crazy. I don't know where the time even goes. Put little Randy Bear back where he belongs. And we're going to create a card. I think we should put her name on it because I think everybody appreciates personalized cards. So we've got K, and I just hope that it's spelled the like most common way. K-A-R-E-N. And there's a big thanks. Oh, in fact, I think it's over here in the scalloped peekaboo, slimline scalloped peekaboo dies. Let's get the thanks out here. We'd have thanks, Karen. And I wonder if I could find a sentiment that says, for everything, for all you've done. Where would I find something like that? Thank you, thank you. What other sentiments has got thank you? Anybody get any ideas? Sometimes you guys remember sentiments that I've made more than I do. Let's try bold banners, shall we? Oh, we could have you rock. Maybe work. Fly away bear. Or we take this in a different direction. What do you guys think? What should we do? If we use an A2, this is what it will look like. Zoop, 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 zoop. Thanks does fit all the way across it, so that would work. We could have Karen down here. Thanks, Karen. We could have Karen up top. Any other... I don't think I have any hospital-y things. Okay. Pop some comments if you get any ideas. I'm just going to go get a bottle of water. I'll be back in a second. All right, so it is from Craig, so I don't want to over like put hearts or anything on it. Oh, I know what we could use. We could use the either the wood grain texture background, which is kind of fun, or like the stargazer background or the stitched bubble background. Those are always really fun as well, to add a bit of design and dimension, a bit of interest. Let's give the stargazer a go. Because almost what you could do is add like rainbow hearts, not hearts, whatever these are, stars on the background, couldn't you? Okay, let's cut this out and see where we land. We've got the panel going through the die cutting machine just now. And we could, of course, make a coffee color. Here we have our stars. I actually kind of like it being white. A bit more subdued. So let's give this a go. Make a card blank. We'll add some tape. Stick this panel right on top. Now, for sure, some of these are not going to catch. So we'll have to just come back in with a little glue. Oh, it's far too much glue. That was far too quick. Here, what are you playing at? So you might think it's a little fiddly. I actually think it's quite therapeutic. I think I need to go and get myself another Bluebird from Heffy HQ this week. slowly but surely we're getting there. I actually think it probably would have looked just as nice if I had taken all the stars out, and then you would have had this debossed stars effect. That would have worked really well. But as they say, I've started, so I'll finish. Another medium that works really well for no line watercoloring is the Zig Watercolor Markers. And they're great because you pretty much just pull out the color with a damp paintbrush. So you can do really nice like watercolor effects with just one color of brush, because the rest of the color is muted or diluted, probably is the right term, with the paintbrush when you pull it out. So that's pretty cool if you have them. I have heard that if you are using your Zig, I've heard that Bristol cardstock is the best cardstock to use for that, for whatever reason. Nice, I did it! Huzzah! Okay, so we're gonna have a big thanks in the middle. And I think we'll go for a rainbow kind of color. So let me get just use the brushes that I have here. Thanks is pretty much going to cover this where that middle section is. So let's see if I can just use the color that's on these. May or may not work. Go for pink first of all. Red. Orange. Yellow. Green is up next. Light blue. Dark blue. And for good measure, I'll blend them all the way back. So pretty. All right, let's cut this out. Do you think I'll get Karen out of that as well? Probably not now that I've cut this off. we'll do Karen in a different flame. We'll give this a go first of all. Pretty. Oh, it's such a smooth blend. It's lovely. Thanks. And maybe what we'll do is we'll take that blue tone and do that as a Karen to blend in with her scrubs. A R E. Okay, let's stick this down. Marcy says this is looking so cute, Lesley. Thanks, Marcy. Okay. Over. Oh, my end's still over here. Silly me. Now for this, I'm going to stick the R on first of all as my middlemost letter. And I am not going to attempt to stick them on straight. I'm going to attempt to stick them on a little bit whimsically. So that if it accidentally gets stuck on wonky, it actually doesn't look as bad because it looks more purposeful. There we go. Thanks, Karen, so far. Let's do... So tidying up. You don't tidy up as you go, you run the risk of losing dies. And nobody wants that. All right, so we have to stick on our little nurse, but I'm going to go get some colored pencils. My Piper has been using my colored pencils this week, so goodness knows what stick they're going to be in. Actually, the red is pretty good. I was going to use brown for his little eyes, but the brown is quite dull, and I don't know where my sharpener is because she had it last. I need to come in and gently draw little strokes using my colored pencil. And if you wish, you can also darken up some of the areas with that colored pencil. Okay, buddy? My doggy looking out? Okay, give me a second, Ranger. Thank you. Lovely. I think she's looking adorably cute. I think we'll pop her on here. Maybe with a little bit of foam tape to raise her up. There we go. That bit where it's smudged is a bit dirty. I wonder if I could clean it up with an eraser. I think I've done that. No, I'm feeling like it's a little bit plain. I don't really know what to do. Maybe what I'll do is I'll add a couple more like almost like confetti around it using similar colors to what I have in the card. So let me go and pick a couple of sort of light colors that's similar to some of the colors we have in the card and the sentiment, but light, if you know what I mean. Pink, blue, we need a blue. There's a blue. Let's see what we can come up with. Woo, come on. And maybe we'll just add almost like a confetti dotting around the place. think it makes the background tie in a little bit more. There we go. I think that's much better. Let's give you a close-up. So you can take a little look at what we've got here. We've got a card that simply says, "Thanks, Karen." It has a little bear, which I think that looks like pajamas, but maybe we could do something to make it look more like a nurse. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll see. We've got a beautiful background, this stargazer background with stars, and we've also added a couple of dots, like a confetti look, using some copic markers. I think it turned out cute. We also have tonight, oh hello, the shaker card with the word friend on it in a foiled effect. Really beautiful. I'll finish that off camera with that, I think. Marcy says, "I was going to say use a shimmer pen over the thanks, but then it's from Craig, so maybe you don't want it to quick." Yes, I was trying to avoid like hearts and things. And Marcy says, "This is so cute." Oh, thank you so much. All right, my dears, I'm going to leave you there and have a lovely weekend. And I will see you on the other side. Happy crafting. Until next time. Bye.